The following program is underwritten by Barlow's Clam Shack, located at 856 Scenic Highway in Bourne. Barlow's Clam Shack, where the seafood is always fresh.
Hi, and welcome to the November 2024 Bourne Review. I'm Susan Barlow. First for some headline news and announcements. Congratulations to the Herring Pond Wampanoag tribe. On Tuesday, November 19th, Governor Healy signed Executive Order 637, officially granting state recognition to the tribe. This will allow the tribe to establish a government-to-government relationship with the state. Select Board member and tribal chairwoman Melissa Ferretti said she's been working on it for over a decade. On November 9th from 10 a.m. to noon, Operation Flags for Vets volunteers placed nearly 80,000 flags at the National Cemetery in Bourne off of the Otis Rotary. The American Legion Post 230 honored veterans at their annual ceremony held on Veterans Day at the Bourne Veterans Memorial Community Center on Main Street. You can see the program in its entirety on BTV's YouTube channel. Also on Saturday, November 9th, a psychic fair was held to benefit the Bourne Food Pantry. It took place at the Bourne Community Center. A collaboration of the Bourne Historical Society, the Katamet Schoolhouse, and the Bourne Newcomers and Neighbors Club created a very special afternoon tea with the Queen event. Attendees were encouraged to wear a fascinator or a decorated hat and proper dress to the event. Tables were set with china teacups and teapots, delicious scones with clotted cream, tea sandwiches and desserts were served. Actor Cheryl Faye performed The Life of Queen Elizabeth II.
Even though Queen Elizabeth is not from Bourne, certainly the British connection, the English connection runs very deep in this area. So I just wanted to take a couple of quick notes about the food service. We do have freshly baked scones. Our servers are coming around. Everyone gets a scone. And we also have some clotted cream coming out. We love that you're here. We love your support. We are always looking for members and volunteers. So if you'd like to join the Bourne Historical Society, if you're not already a member, you can find us at bournehistoricalsociety.org on the web. We're also on Facebook, but we could use somebody to run our Facebook page, so that's something that we need. So thank you all for coming, and we're going to get to it.
Congratulations to the Bourne High School volleyball team, who are now Division V state champions. Bourne's finest gave them a welcome home parade. At a November 20th meeting on Joint Base Cape Cod, Christy Senatori, Executive Director of the Cape Cod Commission, outlined ways to address the housing issue on the Cape. Deputy Director Aaron Perry detailed more than a dozen recommendations for communities to consider relative to the housing issue. Among them were changing zoning regulations, streamlining permitting processes, and earmarking some tax revenue for housing and infrastructure incentives. Here's the problem in a nutshell. In 2018, the average cost of a single-family home was $438,320 with an inventory of 1,992 available units for sale. By 2024, the inventory dropped to just 682 units and the cost jumped to $809,000. Underscoring that significant challenge we have here in the region, Ms. Centauri said. In 2022, the median household income needed to buy a single-family home was $90,500. This year, that figure has more than doubled to $210,000. Now for our top stories. Here's how the November 5th election went. In Bourne, 72% of registered voters cast their ballots. That's 11,755 voters. Bourne voters supported the Harris-Walz ticket with 6,004 votes, and the Trump-Vance ticket received 5,394 votes. Although Bourne voters supported Republican John Deaton over incumbent Elizabeth Warren for the U.S. Senate, with 5,442 votes for Warren and 6,010 for Deaton, Warren did win statewide with nearly 2 million votes to Deaton's 1.3 million votes. Bourne's own Bill Keating was reelected to the 9th District congressional seat. Democrat Dylan Fernandez won over Republican candidate Matt Moratori in the Plymouth-Barnstable Senate race. Although she won her hometown of Bourne, Kathy Fox Alfano was unable to overtake incumbent Republican David Vieira of Falmouth as the state representative for the Barnstable 3rd District. Stephen Zaros was reelected to a third term as the Republican state representative for the 5th District. Owen Fletcher of Barnstable opposed him. It was his first time running for state rep. There were 6 ballot questions. Question 1 passed, giving the state auditor the authority to audit the legislature. Question 2 passed, eliminating the MCAS requirement for a high school diploma. Question 3 passed, allowing Uber and Lyft drivers to form a union. Question 4 failed. The laws governing psychedelic drugs remain unchanged. Question 5 failed, keeping the current $6.75 tipped minimum wage in place. Question 6 failed. The level of power of the Assembly of Delegates was not expanded. Mass DOT held a meeting at the Pocasset Community Building on November 20th to present alternatives for Phase 2 of the Bourne Rail Trail. There was a heated and sometimes passionate discussion after the presentation when several town residents, many of whom had to stand for the 2.5-hour meeting, voiced their opinions on Mass DOT's proposed alternative. Most objected to the scenario where a chain link fence separates the railroad track from the path. The proposal to pull up the tracks is on Governor Healy's desk, and Bike Committee members are optimistic that she will sign it. Resident Elmer Clegg suggested that the tracks be pulled up and relocated along MacArthur Boulevard.
This town of Bourne, historically, has been chewed up. In the 1930s, we lost almost a third of our land area to the military reservation. Before that, in 1914, our town was bisected by the ditch. About that same time, this railroad cut right through the most valuable real estate in the town of Bourne, some of the most valuable real estate on all of Cape Cod. I hope you take away from this session tonight. I want to say that I was a little bit disappointed at your personal introduction. I know all the constraints that got you here and the direction that you've been given. But we keep talking about 2 alternatives. Rail to trail or rail with trail. But what we've heard is there's really a third alternative, which may be trail with relocation of rail. And to me, that's the most practical long-term solution. If you look at the economic development potential of the town of Bourne, that could be a result of getting rid of that track in its current location. We would turn this town of Bourne from being on the lower rungs of the ladder of prominence on Cape Cod to being a leader on the ladder of prominence on Cape Cod. What you could do, and I don't mean you personally, but what could result for this town could be immense if we could get rid of those tracks in their current location. And I wonder how the military would react if it was proposed to relocate the rail over onto the other side of MacArthur Boulevard. I wonder if they would really be still standing up saying, yeah, it's really important that we have it. I wonder if that might call their hand to really make an objective rationalization of that question. And I just want to leave you with that this town and the folks in this town feel that that's the right solution, is to get rid of the tracks in their current location. And although you're doing the right thing for what you've been asked to do, and we support the alternatives you're proposing, the bigger question really is not being addressed. And it's such a much bigger question. And you can't give up on that. None of us should give up on that question. Thank you.
Members of Mass DOT were back in Bourne on November 18th, this time at the Bourne Community Center, with an update on the bridge replacement project. The Sagamore Bridge will be replaced first, as this is the bridge that has the most traffic, and funding for the Sagamore Bridge is already secured. Residents have voiced concerns about funding for the replacement of the Bourne Bridge under the Trump-Vance administration.
So this is the current Sagamore South Crossing preferred map, which is what they are recommending. Okay, so you still come, when you're coming from Plymouth or you're coming down here, you're still doing this, and you're going either to Market Basket or straight down to Sandwich Road, or so if you want to go south, you're going to come around, go down here and down Sandwich Road. Okay, when you're coming from the mainland, when you're coming from Sandwich Road, you're still doing the same thing. You're still coming up here, going up, around, and instead of going to Market Basket, you can go around here, go underneath the roadway, and merge onto our own lane going to Plymouth. People who are just going to Sagamore Beach stay in that right lane and they don't merge. People who are going further to Plymouth, etc., they have to get over somewhere on the bridge to get to the two lanes into Plymouth. All right? The difference here is if you're leaving Market Basket, instead of just a road, you're going to hit a rotary. So if you leave Market Basket, you come around here, you hit a rotary, you can go around the rotary and straight down here, or come this way, hit another rotary, and go down Cranberry Highway to get to Sandwich. So this road that people are familiar with will no longer exist. It only accesses the stores.
The most notable design changes for the Sagamore Bridge is that it will be a twin bridge. The new bridge will be wider. The piers for the bridge will be out of the water, which was a concern after the Francis Scott Key bridge in Baltimore collapsed when it was struck by a container ship. And then the recent accident on the Cape Cod Canal where a boat ran up the side of the canal's embankment. There will also be a pedestrian walkway separated from bridge traffic, and the bridge approaches will be less steep. Kathy Fox Alfano interviewed project manager Brian Cordero, and you can see the entire interview on Bourne TV's YouTube channel. Here's what's happening downtown. The Vintage Swan, a new store, opened on St. Margaret Street. They held an open house on November 9th. Check it out. The Homeless for the Holidays Give a Gobble fundraiser held out front of the Bay Motor Inn, 223 Main Street on November 9th, collected turkeys and money for the Thanksgiving holiday. The 23rd Homeless for the Holidays will take place there once again from December 4th through December 8th. However, the kickoff party at the Mezzaluna restaurant took place on November 21st, with performances by 4 popular rock bands, Shattered, Big Daddy's Alibi, Just Like That, and The Midnight Society rounded out the night. Folks turned out in droves with toys and non-perishable food items. Many participated in the raffles and purchased hats, t-shirts, and sweatshirts with the Homeless for the Holidays logos in order to support this fundraiser. The Polar Express train ride leaves from the Buzzards Bay station at Buzzards Bay Park and heads to the North Pole. The Iptuxet Garden Club of Bourne decorated the planters on Main Street with winter greens, birch branches, and bows. Here's an update on town services. The Town Rec Department has some great programs for kids and adults. On December 11th, Bourne Rec will hold its annual Winter Wonderland at the Bourne Community Center, 239 Main Street. It's a free event for all ages with a visit from Mr. and Mrs. Claus, hot chocolate, and other treats. On Monday, December 16th, it's Family Paint Night. Paint a wintry scene of a gumdrop forest from 6 to 7 p.m. for ages 5 and up. On December 23rd, it's Knucklebones Ninja, offered in the Bourne Community Center gym for grades K through 3. Have fun on the obstacle course, climbing up nets, crossing balance beams, and monkey bars. On Thursday, December 26th, and Friday, December 27th, it's fundamental basketball with Coach Chip for ages 6 through 9, from 9 a.m. to noon. On Tuesday, December 30th and the 31st, it's basketball for 10 to 13-year-olds from 9 a.m. to noon. On December 30th from 9 to 12, there is a STEM workshop for boys and girls in 3rd through 5th grades. Learn how to make some simple machines like a balloon car, marble runs, and scribble machines. On December 31st from 9 to 12, there's a Lego robotics workshop for grades 5 through 7. On Tuesdays from January 7th through February 11th, the Kids Test Kitchen will be open for kids 5 and up to learn some cooking skills while making some healthy dishes. Visit BourneRec.com to register for programs. The Bourne Recycling Center is open 6 days a week. They are open from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., closed on Tuesdays. Textiles, meaning clothing and other fabric products, are no longer allowed in the trash. There are containers at the Bourne Recycling Center specifically for textiles, as well as containers in the parking lots of the Bourne Public Schools. But if clothing is in good condition, please donate it to one of the local charities or thrift shops, such as St. Vincent de Paul, located at 5 Armory Road next to the Bourne Police Station, or St. Margaret's Attic Treasures at 143 Main Street in Buzzards Bay, and the thrift shop at the Bourne United Methodist Church, 37 Sandwich Road. There's also a drop box located in the parking lot behind the Bourne Food Pantry, 121 Main Street. And there's a thrift shop specifically for veterans located at the Uptuxet VFW, located across from Gray Gables Market, 180 Shore Road. Here's what's happening at the library. The Uptuxet Garden Club held a workshop on how to make a centerpiece. Alda Barron and Paula O'Neill gave step-by-step instructions to participants, and look how beautiful these Thanksgiving centerpieces turned out. The Friends of the Jonathan Bourne Public Library held a free workshop on how to make a Christmas stocking decoration led by Nancy Selchin and Marilyn Charallo, and it was a lot of fun and they turned out great. If you'd like to become a friend of the library, visit bournelibrary.org and click on the Friends tab.
Happy almost Christmas, everyone.
Yay!
Yay! Yay! It's one of the best times of the year here at the library.
Why?
Well, we start off with Christmas in Old Bourne Village, which is a fabulous event. It's not just at the library. Starting at 4:30 with Christmas music by Matt York, and then everyone's favorite at 5:30 and 6:30 we have the New England Ballet Theater right here at the library with a mini showcase of the Nutcracker, which is always really, really fun to see. Also, we have the beautiful book sale going on here in the programming room. The drop-off dates for books is December 5th from 5 to 7, December 6th, the Friday, from 10 to 12, and then the sale is during the Christmas in Old Bourne Village from 5 to 7, and the following day, Saturday, from 10 to 2.
What do you mean a beautiful book?
What I mean is a book that you would feel comfortable gifting. Then at 6 o'clock, yours truly will be lighting the town Christmas tree outside.
Throw the
Yay! Yay! Then at 7 o'clock, the bidding for our Friends of the Library silent auction concludes. So anytime between now and 7 o'clock on December 6th, you have an opportunity to look at our fabulous gifts outside the library and put your name and bid on them. There's some wonderful things, a lot of handmade event, and there's books. There's just all sorts of things.
It's a really nice event within the community.
Right. It is. And it's not just us, by the way. There's also the house across the street. Briggs McDermott House is all duded up for Christmas. The Garden Club has their green sale.
The Methodist Church
has their cookie walk, and the Historic Society has chowder and carolers, and
we have hot cocoa.
And we have
and bathrooms.
And bathrooms.
Well, other things going on in early December when people are losing their minds, particularly parents, are some children's drop-in programs. On Tuesday, December 10th, from 10 to 11, we have a drop-in make-and-take holiday craft. On Friday, the 13th, is Silly Stories with Big Ryan. And then the one that always fills up is the gingerbread house decorating, which our poor custodian pulls her hair out and says, I know I say no glitter, but all the confetti. Anyway, Tuesday, December 10th at 10 a.m., that one requires registration. Register at bournelibrary.org, and you can register 2 at a time. And then on Friday, December 20th at 10 a.m., drop in to view Merry Madagascar. Make a craft, snacks and drinks, and it's just a chance to kind of get the kids to decompress a little bit. Drum roll. December 13th at 3:30. Happy birthday, Taylor Swift. So, oh my God, it's going to be really fun. Birthday cake and snacks, and this was a very creative idea. And there are pictures of the mustache, Travis Kelce.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to play Pin the Mustache on Travis. And they're all different shapes and sizes. There'll be friendship bracelets you can make. There'll be karaoke. A couple of staff members have been working on their Taylor Swift karaoke. It's going to be a blast.
All right. So, also for kids or for people who are learning English, this is a really cool idea. This is called a Wonder Book. And they have them for age from the little kids up through chapter books. And what it is a audio book that's included with the regular book.
So you no longer have to pair the CDs with the book or the playaway with the book. This
Yep.
is a great,
This is fabulous, and it's all very simple. Just press and play. So if you're having a child who's having trouble reading or wants to sort of be ahead of where they might be, these are great. And they do have, of course, the Jeff Kinney Diary of a Wimpy Kid books and lots of new titles. That is very cool.
yeah, Wonder Books. It's a cool program. We have about 40 titles, starting with picture book, a lot of picture books, early readers, chapter books. We haven't really advanced into the middle grades yet. So come check out our display of
Yes.
Christmas DVDs.
Get in the mood.
As you know, the library is going through a feasibility study
Yes.
to figure out where are we going, what are we doing, how are we getting there, in what building, what shape of building, what can we do to this building. So what can you update us on the library feasibility group?
We have a survey, which is both online and on paper. We hope to have copies ready for Christmas in Old Bourne Village because, as I said, tons of people here. We're going to hand out those surveys. They're also online. It will take you not 5 minutes to, and it's very simple. There's drop-down menus, so you hardly have to even type. The problem is we have had delayed maintenance. It's just, unfortunately, we cannot stay here much longer. It's too
can't keep
small.
up.
We can't keep up, right. So what we're trying to do is find out what you want, because what we want isn't necessarily what you want, and we want to hear from you. So we have the survey, that's the first part of this. Then we will have public forums where people can come and tell us what they'd like. We're also the building as it is right now. How much does that mean to you versus a new building? Because there's actually a surprising cost difference, and it isn't what you'd think. So we want to wish you all happy holidays. Be safe, be happy, and come down to the library.
Pop in and say hi to us,
Yeah.
even if you're just looking for a place to escape from your family.
The Bourne Council on Aging, located in the Bourne Community Center, offers a variety of programs to seniors 60 years and older. A Parkinson's disease support group will meet every second Thursday of the month. The meetings are held in the community building at 2 p.m. A Veterans Coffee Hour is held the second Wednesday of the month from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The next meeting will be on December 11th. An LGBTQ cookie swap will be held on December 17th at 2 p.m. Bring a dozen of your favorite holiday cookies to swap. Call to register 508-759-0600, extension 5300. A Thanksgiving luncheon was held on Wednesday, November 20th. Chef Jean Lanahan served up a perfect Thanksgiving dinner with all the fixins to seniors at the center. There's lots more programming at the Council on Aging. You can see a listing of their activities at townofbourne.com, Council on Aging. Let's take a look at the calendar. Christmas in Old Bourne Village begins Friday, December 6th. The Uptuxet Garden Club of Bourne will hold its renowned annual green sale. Pick up fresh hand-decorated wreaths, centerpieces, swags, and pre-lit boxwood trees. And they're also having a home-baked goods sale. The Briggs McDermott House will be decorated and open for visitors to tour. As you heard, the library has a wonderful events on Friday as well. At 5 p.m., be sure to walk next door to the Bourne United Methodist Church for their annual cookie walk. Just around the corner at 30 Keene Street at the Bourne Historic Center, the Bourne Historical Society holds their annual holiday celebration with free quahog chowder, sweets, and there'll be Christmas carolers entertaining the crowd. Bourne TV's live trivia show with Skip and Pauline is back every other Thursday at 7 p.m. on Channel 6 on Xfinity. On Saturday, December 7th, Mass Maritime will hold the third annual Candy Cane Craft Fair at their athletic center from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's a big one. On December 8th, it's the 61st annual Christmas Parade on Main Street in Falmouth, beginning at noon. December 14th, St. Margaret's Church will hold their annual Christmas Fair from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. The fair is located at 143 Main Street in Buzzards Bay. Well, here's some wonderful photos taken by area photographers showing the beauty that surrounds us. subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up to date with what's happening in Bourne. Your company or organization can become an underwriter. It's a great way to spread the word. Send an email for more information to info@bournetv.com. Well, thanks so much for watching this episode of the Bourne Review. From all of us at Bourne TV, we wish you a safe and happy holiday season. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
The preceding program was underwritten by Barlow's Clam Shack, located at 856 Scenic Highway in Bourne. Barlow's Clam Shack, where the seafood is always fresh.